Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Graham here on Beyond the Cage, presented by Intimidation Clothing. And right now we have a very special guest joining us. She is fresh off a victory in her UFC debut against Sarah Kaufman at UFC 166. She is Jessica Evil Eye. Jessica, thanks for coming back on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys giving me a chance to come back.
Now, I know last time we talked you said you had been in Houston before for your first ever UFC fight, but this time around you were actually fighting down in Houston. So I wanted to know, how was your overall fight week experience for your UFC debut in Houston, Texas?
It was amazing. Like, I couldn't imagine it being any better. Like, the whole, interviewing with everybody and just, being there was really awesome. It was really cool to be a part of something so special and feel like it was all being happened at the right time. So it was a great, great, great experience and a great week.
Now, how was this experience leading up to a fight at UFC 166 different from any of your other fights, maybe like your fights in Bellator?
Really the preparation itself was the same. I guess the only difference was the amount of media that kind of paid more attention to me than anything. So yet again, it wasn't too different other than the fact that, like I said, just there was more interviews, more media to do than anything.
And before you even stepped into the octagon, you had to do some of those close-up training shot videos that they show leading up to your fight. And I was wondering, when did you do that shoot, and what was that whole experience like?
I did the shoot that Wednesday there at the facility at the actual fight, and it was awesome. It was really cool. I felt like I felt very at home. I felt like it was an awesome experience. Like in that sense, like all the videoing people were really, really cool. All the workers were really awesome. So. Yet again, I was super, I was just very cool. It was a very fun experience. And never at any point was it taxing or intolerable by any means.
Now, looking at your fight against Sarah Kaufman, was there anything that she did in that fight that surprised you?
No, not really. I feel like, she stood in front of me the way that I thought she was. She hit just as hard as I thought she was. The only thing is that I was a little surprised. I was surprised that she didn't try for more takedowns, and I'm sure she thought the same thing, like, why didn't this girl go for more takedowns? But I think we both just enjoyed striking so much that we were just enjoying the fact that we had someone on our level that was such an amazing striker that we felt that it was, a good back-and-forth battle.
With this being your first fight not only in the UFC, but obviously you moved up from flyweight to the bantamweight weight class, against Sarah, at any time in the fight did you feel overmatched physically?
No, not one bit. I actually felt very good. I felt like when me and Sarah tied up that I felt extremely strong, and I didn't feel like she was stronger than me by any means at all. I actually felt like I felt stronger than her. I felt like I was the stronger one of the two.
In the third round, Sarah was able to hit you with some really good shots. Did you feel at all like she might be able to finish you in that round?
No, she did hit me with some really nice shots. She definitely caught me with the first one that she initially rocked me with was I came in with a kick and she kind of caught me flush. So I knew going into that third round with Sarah that that she had felt like she was losing. I heard her corner say it. I seen in her eyes that she knew that she had to come up and turn the volume up in round 3. I still think I did a great job no matter what. Even if she caught me with those 2 or 3 shots that were kind of hard, I still think I continued to be all around, a better mixed martial artist.
When the decision came down after the 15 minutes, were you expecting a split decision, or did you thought you had won all 3 rounds?
No, I had actually had myself winning round 1 and round 2. And I actually had myself winning 3 up until like that, minute time span where she was able to she hit me flush and wobbled me. But I still felt like I had won all the rounds.
Looking at your overall performance against Sarah, what are some of the positives that you did in that fight?
The positives that I can say most, first and foremost, was that I stuck to a game plan, which was something that we wanted to do, and we stuck to our game plan the entire time. Number two, I kept confidence within myself the entire fight. And three being, that I really felt very strong going up into that. So it was something that I felt like, wow, I do have the strength like I always thought I did to be able to hang with the 35ers. So, I take a lot of positive away from that fight, and I also take away some things that I wish I would have done. I wish I would have used my kicks more like I know how to. Something that I usually do. For whatever reason, I didn't. And I should have taken the fight to different tempos in the sense of taking maybe to the ground or keep it on the fence a little longer. There was different areas that I could have hit.
One thing I noticed, and I don't know if this is something you specifically trained for in this fight, but obviously you had really fast hands at 35, and you had a really good jab going most of the evening. Was that something that you were looking to establish early and often, was your jab?
Yeah, my jab is definitely something that is one of my effective tools just in general. It's kind of, my jab to me is just like second nature though when I fight. It doesn't take a lot of thought process for me to do that. I think that's why, people were kind of it was almost more or less me adjusting to my first time in there in the cage and using that jab as just my lead attack that I'll be able to maybe go in this next time and be able to mix up and show everybody, about my kicks and, show them my Muay Thai as well as my ground game.
Now, it's been about a week or two since the fight, and how are you feeling a couple days afterwards?
I feel great. I'm definitely still absorbing, the whole UFC thing, you know what I mean? The whole being in the UFC, being a part of it. I'm up to 20 plus fights overall now, and it's just crazy. It's just, I can't believe I'm in the UFC, and I know that means a lot of responsibility, and, I just hope that I can always be what everybody wants me to, and I only hope that I can continue to make myself proud and continue to fight in the UFC and win. The main objective in this sport is to be a champion, and we're all running for the same thing. I just hope that person is me next.
Jim Graham talking with UFC fighter Jessica Evil Eye. You can follow her on Twitter at Jessica Evil Eye, who is fresh off her victory in her UFC debut against Sarah Kaufman at UFC 166, where she won by split decision, improving to 11-1 in her career. And looking at the title picture for the UFC's female bantamweight division, Jessica, with your win, a very big win for you, beating a former Strikeforce champion in Sarah Kaufman, do you feel like with that victory that you're one step closer to a shot at the UFC women's title?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I feel like look, I have a 4-fight contract with the UFC, and I'm sure if I keep winning, I am only going to set myself up. It's going to be needless to say, I'm going to end up going in there and fighting for a title eventually. Like I said, I have 4 fights, and if I plan to win. So if I keep it, I'm going to get a title shot.
Is there anyone in particular, Jessica, that you would like to fight next?
No, or who I would like to fight? No, I'm not one of those people that picks. I don't care who they fight me up against. If they said that they want me to fight Ronda next, then that's the decision of the organization and where they want to see me. As much as I would like to say, or give out a name, it doesn't matter what I say. It's, it all goes up to the promotion and, who they think I should fight. And really, the name of the game is fighting. I'll fight whoever they put in front of me.
During your UFC debut, of course, there was the big main event of Junior Dos Santos against Cain Velasquez for the heavyweight title. And just the way Cain, his performance was tremendous, in my opinion. I just wanted to get what your thoughts were on that fight since you were there live and in person.
To be honest, yet again, I think somebody asked me that too before already. I didn't get to watch all of that fight, so I really can't digest an opinion for you to give one. I know that I got to see a little bit of it. You know, I was on my phone answering tons of messages, and I just felt like those guys were a little bit more important, and I was just wanting to answer that. But from what I did see of the fight, yet again, I think it was an awesome first few rounds. I think as the fight started to go on, it started to be more apparent that Kane was going to win. But unfortunately in this game, it's not how you can survive 5 rounds or 3 rounds. It's how you can win them. So, you know, kudos obviously goes to him for staying in there with such an amazing, you know, fighter. But at the same time, you know, double kudos to Cain Velasquez for pulling off such a dominating victory.
Since we last spoke, Jessica, Ultimate Fighter 18 has started with Miesha Tate and Ronda Rousey. I've just been wondering, have you been watching it all, and if you have, any thoughts on the season so far?
Yeah, I think the season's been awesome so far. I think that, you know, everybody's doing a great job. I think that people are definitely looking to see, when they watch these females, to see if they're going to screw up or do anything. And I think that they are super excited to be in the position they are, and that they know what they have. So that's why they have so much to prove to everyone. So I think it's been a really awesome season. And I only look forward to see the finale and, you know, to see the girls, you know, the girls fight on the big stage, you know, in front of tons of people, as well as the guys. And obviously Miesha and Ronda fight each other.
Looking at the ladies that are left in the competition for the Ultimate Fighter contract, you have Juliana Pena, Sarah Morris, Raquel Pennington, and you also have Jessica Rakoczy. Of those 4 ladies, who do you think maybe would win the contract?
Oh, okay. I mean, I think Julia is up there. I definitely think she's real good. It's hard for me to give you like a rock bottom, you know, answer for it, because yet again, all those girls are amazing.
I'm with you there, too. I think definitely Juliana Pena has a very good chance, and I thought Sarah Morris was very impressive in her victory over Peggy Morgan last week. So I definitely think it's a toss-up, but obviously with Team Tate having 3 out of the 4 ladies, obviously it looks good for one of the members of her team to win the contract. And speaking of Miesha Tate and Ronda Rousey, the 2 coaches, a lot of people have thrown some heat towards Ronda Rousey's way for the way she's acted on the show. Have you had any comments, or do you think maybe she's being portrayed in a bad light on the show?
Yet again, I think TV is not necessarily a great way to be able to teach people who you really are, but you know, I also think that at the same time, we all know when we're in this sport, we're kind of subjected to losing our privacy a little bit, and kind of you have to either show your true colors or not say anything at all. But I think they're doing the best with what they're being dealt with right now. I think that there's a lot of temptation in front of them, and they're all doing a great job.
Got a couple of not so much questions here, but a couple of comments. First of all, thanks for sending the photos that we ended up using for our contest to give away. We had a lot of great support, and a lot of people sign up to win a signed photo from you, so thanks for doing that with us. And also thanks to getting me hooked on Chico Stick. Since you sent me that pack with the little Chico Stick there, I have gotten several packs. I even had 2 or 3 little snack-sized one right before you fought Sarah Kaufman as a good luck charm, and obviously you won, so it worked. So thank you for getting me addicted to Chico Sticks, Jessica.
No problem at all. I'm like a little bit of candy to sweeten your life up a little bit.
Since you just fought, it's been a couple weeks, you're still kind of recovering all that. Is there any timetable either set by you or the UFC, or how soon do you think we'll see you back in the octagon?
I'm hoping, you know, sometime, you know, after the, you know, first of the year, sometime around March, I'm thinking, you know, ideally is when I'll be back in there. Hopefully that'll be, you know, exactly when I am back in there, but I have no indication or anything right now when they want me back.
Well, Jessica, that's all I got for you. Once again, thanks for coming back on the show. People can follow you on Twitter at Jessica Evil Eye, and like I said, thanks for coming on. You're a great guest, and hope to have you on again real soon.
Oh, you rock. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Once again, this is UFC fighter Jessica Evil Eye right here on Beyond the Cage, presented by Intimidation Clothing.